Hello my dear geographers, I hope everyone is doing well. So once again welcome back to our geography class. Today in this class I am going to start a new chapter of class 10 ICSE, that is impact of waste accumulation. So before starting this chapter, let's try to understand what is the meaning of waste. So waste is nothing but any substance which is discarded after primary use or is worthless, defective and of no use. As an example, we can say the solid waste like household trash, wastewater like sewage, radioactive waste are the examples of the waste. Now the use and throw concept. You might have seen the use and throw pen. Once we will write with this pen and after finishing of this ink we will throw it. So this use and throw concept is also associated with this waste. Now use and throw concept means the practice of discarding things after using them once, right? Now one can see the heaps of solid waste accumulated in street corners, around the hospitals, school backyards and even near the water bodies, right? Now dumping of solid waste not only gives an ugly look and the foul smell but also causes serious health problems, right? And sometimes the outbreak of epidemics takes place due to the accumulation of waste. Now the accumulated solid waste when left uncared start decomposing. Now what is the meaning of decomposing? With the help of bacteria, fungi, etc., the waste will start reacting. Okay, and a number of pathogenic bacteria is also responsible for this decomposition. Now pathogenic means disease causing bacteria. Here the flies, insects, rodents, etc. live in the accumulated waste heaps and carry the germs of various diseases to human habitations. So I think this part is clear. Now let's move on to the sources of waste. So waste can be generated from various sources, but if we will classify it broadly, we can get the three different categories. Number one, it is solid waste. So in solid waste, we can say that the broken glasses, the plastic bottles, the plastic packets, everything will come under this solid waste. Next is liquid waste. It can be defined as such as the liquids as the wastewater, fat, oils, grease, used oil, that means cooking oil, household wastewater, etc. Third category is the gaseous waste. Here gaseous waste includes CO2, that means carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, hydrocarbon, CFC, so all the harmful gases. So due to the increase of factories, industrial areas and number of vehicles, a large amount of this gaseous waste are coming to the atmosphere. Now let's try to understand the impacts of this waste accumulation in our environment. So first we will discuss about the spoilage of landscape. So now much of the world's solid waste is simply dumped into the vacant land and left to decompose. Now the open dumps not only ruin the natural beauty of the land but also provide a home to rats and other disease-carrying organisms. Now both the open dumps and the landfills may contain the poisonous substances. Substances means poisonous waste that seep into the groundwater or flow into the streams and lakes. Okay. Now the another important topic is acid rain. So what is that? Now see here, now the burning of coal, now fuel wood and the petroleum, it produces sulfur and nitrogen which react with oxygen. Now sulfur and nitrogen, when they will react with the oxygen, now what will happen? They will be converted into their respective oxide. Now sulfur plus oxygen, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen plus oxygen, nitrogen dioxide. Now these oxides, when they will react with water vapor present in the atmosphere, they will form the acids like sulfuric acid and nitric acid respectively. Now these acids precipitate with rain to form the acid rain. Okay, so this is the basic concept of acid rain. Now this acid rain is not at all useful for the environment. right? So it exerts a pressure on the monument surface, leading to corrosion of its body. Corrosion means erosion. Now the gypsum and calcium sulfate are washed away by water, causing damaging marks on the statues and the monuments. So a great example of acid rain's effect is in our Taj Mahal. So you can see nowadays Taj Mahal, it is eroding away. Why this? Because of this effect of acid rain. Next is the pollution. Now obviously waste is associated with pollution. Now the word pollute means to degrade or to make dirty. And pollution is an unfavorable modification of the natural world caused entirely or partly due to direct or indirect actions of human beings, because human beings is also responsible directly or indirectly to this pollution. So pollution is caused by man by the addition of waste toxic chemicals through the atmosphere into the biosphere. Accumulation of waste is probably the most visible form of pollution. Every year human beings dispose of millions of metric tons of solid waste, right? And here the main sources of waste are domestic, commercial, industrial, municipal and agricultural waste, right? Now the handling of this solid waste is a problem because most disposal methods cause harm to the environment. Now both the open dumps and landfills may contain the toxins that seep into the soil and to the water bodies and cause the soil and water pollution. Industrial waste contains harmful chemicals, we all know that. Now different particulates and toxic heavy metals such as lead, mercury, etc. So these toxic chemicals and heavy metals get deposited in animal tissues and harm the living things along the food chain. For example, now grass gets some toxic chemicals from the soil. Animals eat such grass and get affected by the toxins. Now the animals directly or indirectly pass on these toxins to the human body through their dairy products or meat. So here the pollution is also associated with the waste. Next we will discuss about the eutrophication method. Now what is the meaning of eutrophication? So in class 9 you all have studied this. Now this is the process of depletion of ozone from water bodies occurring either naturally or due to human activities. Now the process of eutrophication takes place due to introduction of nutrients and the chemicals through discharge of domestic sewage, now industrial effluents and fertilizers from agricultural field. Now basically what is the meaning of eutrophication? So from the agricultural land, from the industry, when the toxic materials they come out and afterwards they mix to the nearby water body, due to the toxic substances, the different types of non-beneficial plants or non-beneficial organisms, they are growing inside the water body. And we know there is a certain amount of oxygen present in the water body. So when the non-beneficial plant will be flourished, then what will happen? They will consume more oxygen. And like this, the beneficial plants and the animals will not get the proper amount of oxygen and then they will die. So this entire process is harmful for the water ecosystem. Okay. Now next is health hazards. Now spread of disease through the contamination, right? Now several incidents around the world have demonstrated the potential harm of accumulation of waste on human health. Now waste that is not properly managed is a serious health hazard. So hazardous waste are toxic substances which cause an increase in death rate and serious irreversible issues. Now lead is lead is a harmful toxin and it can affect the development of a child's brain. Okay. Now there are several radioactive waste which is produced by nuclear reactors and weapon factories causes a potentially serious environmental problems. Radioactive waste, although present in small quantities, but remains extremely harmful to human health for many years. Now the effect on the terrestrial life. So first we will discuss about the effect on human beings. So accumulation of solid waste looks ugly, now smells foul, attracts the insects, rats and other animals that spread the diseases. Burning of this waste in the open dump causes the smoke and foul smelling air. Now in addition, rainwater can drain through refuse and carry the harmful substances to different places. Sanitary landfills are not fit for human settlement because methane and carbon dioxide gases starts coming out in the first 2 years. Now let's discuss about the effect on plants. So basically different types of leaf injuries, then premature leaf fall, decrease in transpiration, reduction in the rate of photosynthesis, everything happen due to this waste. Last one is effect on animals and birds. Now the scavengers and stray animals like dogs, rats, pigs and cows are directly affected by waste when they feed on the waste for food. Sometimes what happens, these animals, they consume the toxins or non-degradable substances like plastic carry bags present in the waste and they die due to choking because this plastic generally chokes in their neck. Now the waste consumed by animals also lead to many diseases and other problems. So according to the study, like you can say that the various or the severe problem in Minamata disease. Okay, Minamata, it is generally caused by the mercury. So it is very harmful, and this diseases was highly experienced by the people of Japan. Now last one is the effect on aquatic life. Obviously the waste will also affect the life of the plants and animals in the water bodies. So first we have learned that eutrophication is there, then biomagnification is there. So these are the different problems, these are the different effects which is caused by the waste. Okay, so in a very brief manner I have told you. I hope this topic is clear to you all, and I will request everyone to go through the topic very properly and try to give your own inputs. Okay, so till then, thank you and take care. Again in next day we will come with a new topic. Thank you.